Antonio, can't hear you.
And we are live recording. Happy Chinese New Year. Right. So we were just discussing moving forward and setting up more meeting dates. So maybe that's a good way to kick this off. If you wanted to continue, Alex. Okay, Leo's here.
Yeah, just bringing it up. Maybe Jonathan, you wanna talk about that meeting time?
Sure. So the idea behind having this additional meeting on a weekly basis is just to try to pull stuff together, because I think there's many topics out there that we still haven't covered, or that we have covered but very little. So we need more specific details of how we're going to be handling this. For example, tokenomics. So I think we can have a meeting maybe next week, just getting started, or this week. It doesn't matter. I'm flexible for at least 30 minutes to see what the team believes should be a priority, and then maybe we can just take it from there, like divide it into different groups or sections, and just try to get the boat moving forward. That's basically the idea behind it.
Okay. Does Monday work?
Monday work for me.
Afternoon or?
I'm flexible. I can adjust my calendar.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the afternoon better. Maybe 2 p.m. on Monday.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sounds
all right. And this one's going to be on the tokenomics working group, correct?
I think that the more people we can get on board for this first meeting would be ideally.
Party.
Yeah, just a discovery meeting basically to see what they believe is the priority.
Okay. Well, I have it on the calendar now. I'll send it in the link. And yeah, we can just start moving forward with more like work groups, committees for the different initiatives. I guess the only bottleneck is I need to figure out how to get more people access to the calendar. So that's kind of on the to-do list. So I don't have to be the one making the meetings, but it pushes the can down the road in terms of using the Google Business Suite. So eventually we'll want to have something a little bit more open. But for now, I got the meeting set up, so that'll be cool to go do a deep dive. I guess when we're thinking about committees and also thinking about onboarding new people, that's another thing that will probably have to be here. Let me just share my screen. I just want to share what I was able to complete this week when I had some time. Let's go to window. So, right. So we have a new member sign up form. So I'll just go through this quickly. We just need to get email, name, and an ETH address. And this is basically for everybody who wants to be new members. So let's just go through. Can I edit this? Okay, that's already in there. Some texts. All right, this is just not a real address, obviously. So there should be, I'm doing this wrong. I need to preview this. This is what I want to do. Okay. So email's already in. I guess write it again. All right, I just changed the ETH address. Okay. There should be another link. Okay, I guess it's still not ready. Anyways, it goes back to the onboarding guide, and then we have the new members signing up here, and then we can import this address to the Gnosis Safe to do the automatic airdrop. So that's the only like big thing that's holding it up, is if we want to be like airdropping one at a time. This way we can kind of just build up a group of people and then onboard them relatively smoothly at the same time for like season 1.
Couple of questions. So the form that's going to automatically update the spreadsheet, or that has to be done manually?
So we have 2 sheets. So this one will be it's a new sheet for all of the people that use the form. and then we also have, so yeah, it's in the same file. It's just a new sheet. If that makes any sense.
Okay. And do we need to verify submissions or anything? And do they need to be like a member of the DAO? Do they need to like sign the covenant, or are there any other requirements, or just submit the form?
How I've been doing it now is once the covenant is signed, then I just have people like message me on the WhatsApp, and then we bring them into the group chat. But I think maybe later on the airdrop is an NFT, which is oh yeah, okay. So we still have to. How do we manage the covenant signing like automatically? Right?
But yeah, generally, I think looks like a good process. You know, somewhat streamlines things a bit, and you know, makes it easier for people to onboard. So definitely like that.
Okay, yeah, it's not. It's a band-aid that gets us to the next step. And then the Gnosis safe. They have. Did you see the thing I sent in the Twitter about? Oh, I didn't send it yet. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this, they've just released a liquidity pool app on HoneySwap for Gnosis Safe. So it's here in the App Store. And I've already created an XDAI Rico liquidity pool. So the idea would be to connect that liquidity pool to the Gnosis Safe. And then we could be basically using the treasury to put money into that liquidity pool if we wanted to. If that makes any sense. So I guess the point is that it just makes it a little easier to manage that. So that's good news for the week.
Okay, how close are we to setting up the Gnosis safe? And I guess, do we need to talk specifics, or are we still a ways off?
No, I think we're pretty close. I think it just comes down to the signers, how many and who. And then also maybe having like a legal pathway where we say, okay, if we have the quote unquote board of directors, we can, you know, have those people as registered agents or basically, I think that Gnosis Safe has to come with some guarantee that there's going to be a legal entity on the other side. I guess that's my point. So I was hoping Jose would be here because he was talking to me a little bit about it earlier. And then there's also this is Kali DAO. Maybe I can share this again. Oh, maybe this isn't it. Okay. There it is. Okay. Yeah, these are just like kind of more fun things to, I don't know how like production grade this stuff is, but at least it kind of gives us a hint of what is coming down. So we should be able to. Network currently not supported. Okay, let's try that again. Draft, select an agreement. Are you guys seeing this?
Yep.
Okay. Delaware, the Puerto Rico LLC, where is that? Let's see it. Okay, well, let's go with the books and records. Okay. We can do this. We can work on this later, I guess, just to show that this stuff is out there, so that we can like have the some better legal answers, even though that's not my strong suit, but definitely relevant. I guess ETH Denver's having like a lot of DAO hacking. So it'd be cool to see kind of what new stuff people are shipping. And then I think it might be good. What else do we want to accomplish for this call? We've got the meeting, we've got the onboarding, we've kind of have trying to figure out more clarity on the legal pathway. Oh yeah, maybe the artwork, but Jose's got the NFT DAO updates because I think they're on Aragon testnet now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's any updates on that, but definitely still, we can discuss how we want to, take submissions, and then I guess once we have some submissions, we can go from there as far as like making final decisions. But
I would say, could we like have a separate marketing committee?
Yeah.
Everything just pump the proposal feed with all the committees.
Right.
Yeah, we can make some announcements or have. This is where DAO ops gets interesting because you want to do like everything's happening at once. Leonardo, I saw that you posted an event. Do you want to talk about that? And maybe there's a way to do something with the DAO.
Hi, yeah. Can you hear me?
Sí, señor.
Nice to meet you all. Yeah, so I've been making some presentations for people that want to get in crypto, mainly focus on locals in Puerto Rico and people that don't know the basic of getting into crypto, like staking or interacting with DeFi or with the DAOs. So I started, this is gonna be my second presentation on that, so that people can start learning the basics to start generating some extra money and how to do it in a safe manner, because there is so much scams going on around crypto, and so many people are taking advantage of people that don't know how to, be safe in the crypto world.
Yeah, do you cover like what has been people's reactions when you try to describe DAOs, or how? Or is that a tough one?
Yeah, I haven't. I talked in my first presentation. I talked briefly about the different parts of crypto, the DeFi, Metaverse, NFT, DAOs, but it just was like a brief, like the concepts. But I'm thinking of doing a presentation, maybe not the next one, the other one, about DAOs, because I know that is something that's getting traction now, and people are going to be interested on knowing how the DAO work and the basic of it.
Very cool.
That's really cool. I'm curious. I think you mentioned you only did one or two, but so the people who are interested in this, what is their motivation for wanting to learn about this technology, and like, what are they trying to get out of it? I'm curious to know. And what is their like experience level?
Well, mostly, most of the people they're just been seeing that people are buying crypto, buying Dogecoin, meme coins, and they're just buying those coins, and they don't even know what they're doing. So they just want to learn how to make some extra money, and also to learn how to use it better, not just to hold them. Because I have told some of the people that most of the tokens that they have, they can be generating extra income by holding them in certain apps or through the wallets. and they didn't even know that. They were just holding them for months without generating anything.
Nice. Yeah. I think it always starts with the meme coins or like the speculation. It always gets people interested, but that's good to hear. Like there's definitely a lot to learn and like a lot that you can, a lot more to it. So that's really cool that that you're trying to educate people. There's a lot to be done. I mean, really, the average person probably knows very little about what you can do, and honestly, what you can do is being developed like right now. So it's being developed in real time. So it's constantly changing. It's hard to keep up.
Sorry, looking at my. Okay, so would it be helpful to go through and do like a sample proposal, or do we want to like? This might be good to like kind of review like some of the proposals that are in the feed, because here, let me just go forward. All right, yeah. So we're in the DAO. Here's the feed of the different proposals. I'm also like another question I'm asking myself is how to analyze the metrics, because we don't know what these numbers mean so much. Okay. So I feel like this one has already been taken care of. We have the recurring meetings. So let me just see.
Yeah. So what happens? Do we just remove all our support once it's kind of done, or
take it all back? I don't know. Let's see. Change support. You're currently supporting this. Change support. I don't know what that means. Can you go down? Oh wait, maybe. Okay. So this is kind of like a user interface problem where there should be like automatic refunding. I'm lost in the. Okay, here we go. All right, welcome, Jose. We're trying to figure out how to remove support for old proposals.
I think you can just update to 0.
Okay, let's try that. But I don't know if it's going to withdraw 0 support. Probably should have clicked on the transaction hash just to see. You must enable your account. Okay, that's.
Yeah, looks like it worked.
Okay, I see. So changing support is how much you want your new support level to be. So now we know. Okay, excellent. Yeah, it's the amount of time for DAO ops is still so high, even though the cost of making a DAO is so low.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of things to figure out.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. So maybe one of the things we do this week, or maybe it's just like getting into a rhythm or new habits. I think this is all new habits, all forming new habits. So we have to like get positive reinforcement for like good habits. And
yeah, Antonio, do you want to try to execute the decision proposal that we voted on to see if that works?
I try it, or where do I access that?
It's on the main screen.
Yeah, I feel like we're still at dial-up internet era of DAOs.
No, it's totally true.
All right, what do we say? Decision funding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Enact this vote.
Mm-hmm.
Sign. Okay, so cool. My wallet's not showing up on the main screen. Your vote was cast successfully. You voted yes with 746 A RICO. So I guess the A RICO is the one that's in the deposit manager.
I'm not sure. Something like that.
The vote. Okay, let's see. I already enacted the vote. Oops.
So did it work?
Did it work? I just signed the transaction. It is sending. Let me see if I can have two transactions. Oh, okay. Open block explorer. Proceed. All right. We get a error awaiting internal transactions for a reason. So at least there's a reason.
Yeah, I think I had a similar error, so I'm not sure why it's failing.
Okay.
It should be that anybody can execute that since the vote is passed. So we'll have to look into that. But I believe this is the way that we can mint tokens to the common pool, which we're going to need to in order to
do the new onboarders.
Yeah, well, no, we can still onboard people, but in order to make funding proposals, you know, for a reasonable amount, we're going to need to have more tokens in the common pool because of the
that's what I said.
Parameters. Yeah,
we want to have the onboarding set up so we can do the drop for the new token supply.
So yeah. We won't be able to
parallel.
Yeah. We won't be able to do anything close to that until we have more tokens in the common pool. So we'll have to investigate why this is failing. But
well, I'll just
we're getting the same error.
I'll pop a message in the OneHive chat group.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else need to do any screen sharing? Oh, Jose, did you want to say anything about the legal status of the EPR DAO or what you've been kind of thinking about?
Yeah, so I got into open law. They have a open, quote unquote, open source lab. Are we still recording this, by the way?
Yeah, you're on the record.
Okay. So yeah, I was on the open law library and I found a model operating agreement for an LLC. I brought it up to Antonio yesterday, and I thought it'd be a cool idea, you know, to maybe sit down and go over the document. It is about 2 pages long, 2 or 3 pages long. So we have to, you know, sit down and look at it and perhaps consider it against other options. But for now, I thought it could be a useful tool. We can, you know, model an LLC after, right?
Okay.
So,
well, I think this could be helpful. Is we could basically do a vote, and we use the forum as a way to kind of do the asynchronous project management. and we can also set up another, if we want to do like another committee, because we basically have a parameter party on Monday at 2, and that will go over kind of the tokenomics, the conviction voting, and then we want to do like a marketing committee for a marketing initiative thread for the NFT, and then we can do like a legal thread as well. So I guess my point here is if we use the forum and the proposals and the meetings and the chat group, I think we'll have a better chance of kind of keep these things moving forward as they evolve.
So if you
Agreed.
guys give me a minute, I can pull it up if you guys think it's worth like looking at now.
Sure. Yeah.
I need to disconnect for a second, so I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I think that would be helpful. If you can even share the file with us, that would be ideal.
All right. I'm just, if you guys want to go ahead, I'm just going to post the thing in the failed execution in the one hive. Help. Ayúdame.
Oh, one question about decision votes. Can everybody execute a decision vote or just me? That's what I need to know, because if anybody can do it, like, well, first off, if only I can do it, that's a problem. And if everybody can do it, perhaps that's also a problem. So what is the deal? Can everybody execute a decision vote or propose a decision vote? And
Good question. Do we want to go? Does somebody else want to try and do it?
so if you go to settings, and then I think it's like it says like EVM executor.
Yes.
How do you do the decision vote? Do you go to a proposal and?
Maybe I can share my screen.
Yeah, there should be like a mint receiver address. Okay.
I'm on the EVM executor. I don't know what to do next.
Can you guys see this?
It's loading. Yep.
Okay, so you go to settings, general info, and then EVM executors. This is what you see.
Yep.
And then this part was confusing to me. Like I don't really know all of these drop downs. So what I found is a token manager. So there's like burn and there's mint. All these different. I take it this is how we're going to configure our voting parameters. So theoretically, all those parameters can be changed here. Go to voting, execute vote. Wow, change execution delay, change delegated voting. These are all the different parameters that theoretically we can update. So I guess the question is, try to make a decision vote, and is it even possible, right?
Yeah, well, I think if you go down, there should be mint new tokens. Token manager.
So how did I do it? I think that's what it was. Hold on.
Yeah, go to token manager, and then they have a mint function.
So you tell them the address. So if I wanted, Antonio, if I wanted to mint you tokens, I could put your address in here, and then I could say 1 million tokens or whatever.
But we want to do it to the common pool.
Well, so for the common pool, again, I'm still trying to figure this out myself, but let's see. Change, was it maybe not token manager, conviction vote, issuance, maybe issuance, transfer vaults. See, I don't even remember how I did it now, but it was one of these options. And I guess the question is, can other people use this EVM executor to propose decision votes? And just as a background, decision voting, I guess we learned our time is 5 days. So after 5 days, if enough percentage votes yes, it's a yes or a no. And if enough percentage votes yes, in our case, currently you need 50%, then it passes after a 24-hour delay. So these are just like the parameters that we can configure. So anyway, that's kind of my question.
Okay, well, I'm posting in the One Hive now. I guess that's, see if anybody. Everybody's busy at Denver. Nobody's home.
Right.
I
Okay.
believe
Jose, back to you if you want to share.
yeah, okay, let's go for it. So this tool, like OpenLaw, is really, I just used it again to find the document, and it's got a really cool search function. So this is something I was just looking at, right? But this is a search bar, or this is the app, right? The OpenLaw library. I have my account. Somewhere I have my account, right? And I just look up LLC, right? And this pulled up. Now this one isn't the one I was looking at earlier that I mentioned to Antonio, but it is a fully compliant, or it seems to be like a compliant operating agreement for a DAO, essentially. And I looked at I've looked at the Vermont statute before, right? So nothing too complicated, right? But yeah, this is here, and let me try and look at. I'm sorry. Do you guys? Let me. Okay, I don't know how to share this with you guys.
Can you download it? Is there any way to download it?
Oh, look at me.
Nice.
That's beautiful. All right, so I'll just send it in WhatsApp. I need to connect it to my computer real quick. But excuse me. Okay. So yeah, here we have a DAO LLC for Delaware. We have an operating agreement for a series child. That one's interesting. It goes along with the series LLC proposition. That
What sorry, Jose, to interrupt. What kind of compatibility do these operating agreements have in Puerto Rico, or what kind of like jurisdiction?
So Puerto Rico's general law of corporations is basically in at its base layer is basically the Delaware general law of corporations of like 96 or something like that. The Delaware version is much more updated than our version, but it's basically the same skeleton. What I'm trying to say is that some of these agreements would definitely be compatible. Just like amendments to like Delaware law are more compatible to our general law of corporations than, I don't know, let's say the general law of corporations in California or something like that. Because we basically we have the same start point. More or less, right? And a lot of the case law is similar. So this is Delaware. If I'm not incorrect, Delaware also has a law that basically acknowledges, basically corporate record keeping on the blockchain.
So, AKA our Gnosis safe?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So these are just options we have. We don't necessarily have to go with one in particular. Let me. Okay, I think I looked up LLC, and I was really manipulating operating agreement.
Do they have anything for
Haha,
trust?
here we go.
Okay.
Where is this one? It might be this one. Alexis on this. All right, let's look at this one. This is empty. This is a Wyoming LLC operating agreement.
Well, it's kind of funny because we were just looking at the Cali DAO, which you can basically have a drop down of Delaware, Wyoming LLCs, and basically use their app to connect the wallet addresses.
Yeah. So I think these are membership.
I feel inspired to try and ask Ross to come on.
Hey, I think Jonathan, are you talking? Because we can't hear you. Just letting you know.
Talking to my son.
Oh no, it's all right.
Okay.
No, just letting you know. Yeah, I mean, these are things I think we could just try to, like, use it without there being like a lot of reference.
Yeah, well, we have the canvas, so we kind of have some of the user. We have a little bit of the skeleton, so to speak, for how it's to be operated. But I guess, okay, so just a practical question: what would the difference between somebody who's on the multi-sig versus somebody who's just using Rico to vote?
Wow. You see, I think that if we're trying to open an organization, I think it's because we're trying to access like the traditional banking system, or we want to use like traditional methods of interacting with like the legal system. So,
well, I guess it's less banking and more liability protection.
I see. Well, we could definitely put it under an LLC and put an LLC in the middle. To be honest, this is all so new.
Want to get one of them LL sizzles?
Well, in Puerto Rico, we don't have many options here. So let's get that straight out there. We don't have many options yet. So maybe we can start with an LLC just to protect ourselves a little bit more, and maybe down the road we have to exchange the structure. So we don't know what the future holds, right?
If we do the series LLC, like each little sub DAO could be its own LLC.
Yeah.
Or what? I mean, Jonathan, what are you thinking would be like a 2 years down the road? Like, what does that look like?
Well, hopefully in Puerto Rico we're gonna be adopting DAOs and more cryptocurrencies as form of payments. If that's the case, I'm guessing and I'm anticipating that the regulations are going to be in place before that happens. So having an LLC structure will make sense now, or maybe down the road, having like a corporation status will make more sense. But it all depends how Hacienda comes to a conclusion how this is going to be handled.
Well, they can hire our consulting services to help them.
Absolutely. I mean, that's on the cook though right now. I know they're trying to get educated, and we're working on that. I think Jose also knows about it. So it's just a matter of time. I don't know if we're going to be able to get there before any other states or not, but I think we're making a lot of noise in Puerto Rico, so that's a good thing.
Sweet.
So I think just thinking in terms of the broader picture, like I know a lot of Puerto Ricans are really not content with the current crypto situation they're facing. So maybe we can leverage like some of these like friction points, right? That we're facing. And maybe leverage isn't the right term, but
Well, the land registry. Well, okay, so ni luma ni junta. So I guess those are like the bigger problem. I guess the big picture, right? So yeah, how does that impact everybody's life and create some pathway forward?
yeah, or I mean, just bigger picture.
Oh, I'm sorry, Leon. I didn't mean to.
Good though.
I know you work for Luma, but you power to the people.
Yeah, but in crypto though, like like no capital gains business, and then like it's hard to like get a bank open that'll like like work with you. And these are things we can start like working on now, I think, and maybe like when proposals are made, and I think that people are gonna make proposals, have our like our voice heard, and even like the Vermont thing. Look at the Vermont like the Vermont law. This is it. This is what they added, and all of a sudden you can have DAOs in Vermont.
Nice.
So it's not like we're asking like for the world,
Right.
So I think the marketing DAO can help with some more of the benefits. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I will also recommend that anyone that is going to be part of the core team, instead of having their names in place, I would highly suggest just creating an LLC and having the LLC be the one like in charge of the power, because it would be another protection you're adding to yourself. And then on top of it, there's so many insurances that you can get in place as well, just if anything happens. That's the way I operate, and that's the way I'm operating. So that would be my advice in this case.
So you're saying that the DAO itself is the LLC, and then is that correct?
Yeah, and every single member as well. It could be an LLC owned by multiple LLCs as well.
Okay. Well, this is going to be one epic forum post.
Oh yeah.
And
This
the
is just the beginning.
we get from using the forum post is that other people from One Hive can see. So, for example, sorry to change track here, but if we want to go back to see why that vote didn't pass, we have actually, wait, we don't have a there's no forum post for the decision voting. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's correct.
Why? That's so bizarre, though.
I know you'd think that would be the most important vote to have a forum post, but there is none.
Okay, and that will be my follow-up question in the Discord. Okay. Well, it seems like we have a lot of good questions from this week. Do we want to finish with anything? Anybody have any extra points? The only thing I wanted to mention is February 10th, I believe. I've put a schedule for a guest speaker, so we'll have an online meetup, and the guy will be talking about community currencies. So I'm going to try and get that meetup link out soon, and if we want to do some branding, co-sponsorship with any of the other meetups, that could be cool. It's gonna be at 9 a.m. But and then yeah, just get some more people on the meetup programming. And Leonardo, if you want to use the ETH PR meetup to run your education events, I can bring you on as an organizer. So you can just post directly. You don't need to go through me, because that's my whole point, is to get other people to do stuff.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I got a question about the art and the logo and the branding itself. How are we doing with that? Where are we at with the artists and whatnot?
I think Jose may have some information. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about how should we go about, asking, the other crowd um about doing a contest for like us, basically, like, you know, I was thinking because they have a DAO, right, on a test net, on a Rigby test net, on Aragon, right? So it's kind of similar to like what we got. There's a UX and everything. Voting is getting people to vote is actually a problem in a lot of places, you know. And yeah, how do we approach that? Are we editing this?
No, we're fully compliant.
Okay.
I would think, like, I guess the question I would ask is, how do we incentivize people to want to submit artwork? And I think, well, there's two things. One is that we're going to mint it as an NFT. So one way is that the artist can, immediately see, an NFT sale, and they get recurring revenues, etc. Going through that process. And number two, we can also incentivize it with tokens from the common pool. But those exact specifics we haven't really talked about. But the idea is that we would kind of have a competition, and there's some kind of incentive that has not been 100% defined as of yet.
So we still have the 500 or the 0.14 ETH from the Ethereum Foundation. So that could be put up as a prize pool for the top voted. Because we just need a logo. We don't need to do like a full on NFT like fundraising campaign. I think we're getting those two mixed up. So we could do something smaller where we could, anybody who wants to submit, and then the one that has the highest voting in the DAO gets the prize money. So 0.1 ETH is I think pretty decent prize for a logo.
Okay.
And then we could use but I mean, we would need a full, like, we would need an asset, what do they call it?
Mm-hmm.
All of the media assets, like for the social media, for the logo, kind of like that folder containing all the different like sizes. So it's like a branding kit. Okay, that's what it is, branding kit. So we get the logo and the headers in one kind of design package, but it's not two different designs. It's just the same design, but in different formats. That's what I'm saying. So that we have all of brand identity, continuity.
Yeah, I know which one you mean. So on that note, don't you think it would be a good idea just to have a couple of artists lined up and having like a short meeting with them, maybe 15 minutes meeting, so they understand
Yeah.
what we're trying to get, we're trying to do, where we're trying to get, and just explain the idea behind it. So maybe we can get them more engaged and more like excited to be
Yes.
part of these projects.
Yeah, especially if we got them to engage in like, some type of artistic contest or something like that. They're gonna read about it, and supposed to get inspired or whatever.
Well, the NFBs project, even though I think their design may not be our flavor, the technical implementation was really good.
So
yeah,
can we like pass a proposal like on our DAO to like hire somebody from the other chat or something, or from the other like thing, or is that too much?
Well, we don't have to have I think the more important voting is how we want to distribute the funds, maybe, because we can have all the art, like tell them, hey, we have this competition or this call for submissions, and then the voting is done through the proposal.
So how do we? So we need a call to submission then.
Yeah. So the proposal would be. No, we don't need the proposal. Is voting on the submissions. We can. Or are you saying we need to have something to invite the people first, and then have another one to vote?
Listen, man, I don't got the answers here, but we can I think we can just there's two ways we can go about it. We can make a big deal out of it, or we can go, we're gonna hire somebody and just that,
Well, a little thing. The more we practice making proposals, the better we'll get at it. So I think having the proposal with support, it could be very encouraging to the artists and have things very clear. So it already establishes a good working relationship. And then once we have the submissions, then we can have the proposals. And maybe each submission is a proposal.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just have a time frame for when the voting ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that could be good. That's.
Yeah. You know what I also think? I think that not all decisions need this constitutional level of decision making, right? Of critical decision making, like security.
Yeah.
So
well, that's why I want to do the committees. Or
I think we could make a vote. I think we could pass a vote, right? To basically use Collab Land and Discord to facilitate decisions around not minor things, but things that don't necessarily for events and things like that, because that could be an alternative too. I don't know what you guys think.
Well, so go ahead, Jonathan.
I'm thinking that if we're going to be formalizing every single decision, even small decisions, I think it could be like a deal breaker in some occasions. For instance, right now we're just considering a logo. I think it's really, really important who we end up working with, because it is going to be the first impression people get. People that are not too involved in the crypto space or blockchain space, they're gonna look at the logo and see if the logo makes sense to them. If it's eco-friendly, if it's sending a message out there. The branding is extremely important. So I think if we do end up interviewing maybe individually, we don't have to do it like an organization, but at least to get people in line to get the idea behind this project and to be able to participate in it, if they have interest in it, it would be ideal. And then once we have that made, we can then create the proposal. That's just my thought out there.
So you're saying get the artists up front and then do the voting?
Yeah, because what I'm thinking is maybe we create a proposal just so they can see that we have a proposal for the artists, then they evaluate if they want to participate or not. I think the creating this relationship on a personal level makes more sense, because not many people know what DAOs are. So that would be a job for each one of us to spread the word out there. Not everyone knows what the capabilities of DAOs are, so it's not an easy task. So the artists are just more focused now on NFTs, but that's not our main goal right now. It's just creating the right branding and then creating the NFTs down the road. So maybe once we do know that we have a couple of artists lined up, then create a proposal, then they create the submissions, and then we vote on the submissions as well.
Yeah, I guess the challenge would be for the people that don't win, like they don't want to do artwork for free. So I don't know if it's like we have either, okay, so I guess there's sliding scales of complexity. One is there's just one person that made the best and they get the big lump sum. Or we do some type of tiered voting where they get RICO tokens, or we do like a marketplace OpenSea style fundraise, which, I mean, if the artists are quality, everybody's gonna have quality stuff,
Right.
which is great because then we have a lot of awesome content and other things to kind of. I just feel like we're not, we don't have the operational capacity to do the NFT like big in a more. I guess I'm just concerned with compensation being enough for the artists if they're really worth their time, you know. So
Yeah, that's why I believe we should be involved in getting them engaged. So they understand there could be some sort of compensation, but on the long run, that's where the compensation is going to be. Not just creating the logo. So they gotta be on board with us. They
And
gotta have the right mindset.
yeah, Jonathan, and on in that line, like I think that recompensing them in the ideal situation would be like us passing a proposal for them to get RICO tokens for their work, and whatever RICO tokens have a price right now, whether
Right.
we like it or not.
And if they put the time, maybe they did. They don't have to win, but at least they're getting some compensation. So we're just spreading the word. Even if they participate and they don't win, we still win because we were able to get someone involved in our project, and they're still getting RICO tokens. So that's a win-win for us.
Yeah, I agree. I think the exact specifics, how do we compensate the winner and how do we compensate submissions? We should maybe talk about that on Monday, like the exact specifics. But yeah, the difficult thing is how do we incentivize it when our treasury is basically nothing? Like we don't really have a treasury that is gonna make people really. So how do we create value, and then how do we communicate that, and how do we get submissions? I think it's challenging.
The governance token I think is enough at the moment. We have something going on. I just think we need to put it into practice and get accustomed to Discord, because I think like a lot of people are on Discord and we don't necessarily need to use Collab Land, but it's a great tool that's compatible with XDAI, and it can make like signing, like getting a decision passed, like a lot easier and less less waiting, and if it has something to do with the treasury, right, or well, the Alex, part of the problem is that our treasury doesn't have a lot of RICO tokens in it either.
Yeah, that's one thing we're trying to fix.
Okay, interesting.
Well, either way, I mean, we don't have to. So the goal here is we need to have a better logo to kind of get to the next stage of our growth as part of.
Do we have any?
Well, I mean, we want to be engaging with artists. So I mean, there's a couple different ways. If we want to just go onto some marketplace and say, hey, like for example, Upwork or Fiverr or whatever, you create a post saying, hey, this is what I need, this is how much I'm willing to pay, and then you'll get messages from artists saying, hey, this is my portfolio, and then you can kind of go through the negotiation process there. So I think if we did a request for submission as a proposal with a forum post, that would be probably the best way to get people in the door and getting to look at their portfolio. So ideally, we can be reviewing portfolios, and this can just be like a fun process, because the success here will be, I mean, I'm sure we'll get a nice logo, but if everybody like kind of feels engaged in the process and kind of like sees us executing, that's going to be the win. to get the positive reinforcement on the the good habits. So this week, or at least like maybe by Monday, we can put up a proposal for the logo submission, and then that will help guide us to the next step. Because then we can start having some more conversations with the artists to see what they like really care about. And so I think starting from that proposal, we can get a better direction.
You know,
I
and
go ahead and create the proposal, or somebody else, if they want to volunteer, is more than welcome.
on another note, can we, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to be insistent, but the Discord, we could use we already have a Discord, right?
Correct.
We can use that. We can start like moving people there from the WhatsApp group, and you know, they're just gonna have to onboard, you know.
Or not. I mean, I've been trying the Discord for a while now. I think, yeah, we will have to get to something bigger. Are you saying go to Discord because that's where the NFT people are?
No, well, aside from that, yes. It's just, I think that it would help us like get organized and use things like Collab Land or bots.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I'd say let's get this proposal out the door for the logo, and then at least we have something where we can share, because if we need to be chatting, we already have a chat solution. We don't have a logo solution, right? So we'll have to have like DAO Ops is like its own committee.
So we can pass a proposal, but like we're just not gonna like use like money from the DAO treasury, right?
When we have part of the proposal is saying that the one with the most votes after a certain amount of time will get the payout. So we can still decide what the payout is if we have either one winner or
Hello.
yeah, I didn't have a finish to that thought.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry. Wait, I can just. Okay, so I should hit up an artist, right? And
we send a proposal request for submissions.
Oh, okay, bet. And I'll put it on the Discord.
And then we can start sharing it around to the artist community and blasting it out.
All right, question on that note about Upwork, Fiverr, and these websites.
Yeah.
Are you able to put a proposal out there that you're going to be paying out in cryptocurrencies? Because I've done work with them before, and my understanding is that they only accept USD, and you have to set it like in the proposal, and you have to then fund the account.
You mean Upwork or your NFT friends or your artist friends? I'm sorry.
Upwork and Fiverr.
Oh yeah. I think it's just USD.
Okay. Yeah, that's my understanding.
We should just give someone like ETH, for real, that ETH.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I think we do is we have a proposal and we say drop your portfolio in the forum. After a week, we'll pick I don't know the top 3 ones, and then we'll do a community vote, which is a separate proposal where it is these are the top 3, and then vote on the 3, whichever one gets the most support.
I say we should pass a proposal that says we hire an artist for the logo, and we just pass that, and in the proposal it says X is in charge, or whoever, right? Juan del Pueblo is in charge of finding an artist or something, because it's also something like, you know, and then we figure it out, right? And you know,
but do we want to do any voting for the best? So I guess there's two things. Are we just doing a simple like are we doing a competition where there's voting, or are we just doing an internal hire, contract hire, or is it the same?
I think that the contest has its place. You know, I'm also thinking about how, you know, the NFT Puerto Rico crowd, they have like they're doing a logo contest now themselves, and it's something that we're gonna have to revisit. But I agree, it's a necessity, and we should just, you know, get that going, you know, so we can do other things. Give us an identity, you know, a new identity.
I get my point is
Right.
the process of selecting is the identity.
Okay.
Yeah, I think having a competition makes more sense, and our last resource should be hiring someone. That's what I believe.
I agree.
I mean, I have an artist that I already reached out to her, and she's just waiting for us. And I just
Will
want to
she
make sure that we have more
accept
people.
XI in Rico or the payout in ETH?
I really don't care. I think it all comes down to what type of artist we're going to be dealing with.
Can it be? Can we do something like, I don't know, winner takes like, or all participants take like 1 Rico token or something like that, right? We airdrop
Right.
it to.
So we can have like just for a submission, you're granted X number of tokens, and then the winner is granted, you know, the large number of tokens. We can definitely do something like that. I think we just need to work out the specifics.
Agreed.
I'm on board for the competition then.
Okay, so we'll create a proposal requesting submissions.
Right.
Yeah, and we can
Or-
discuss specifics on Monday, perhaps. Maybe it falls under like the tokenomics thing, I guess, depending on time.
Yeah.
Is it a
Agreed.
proposal to like to request submissions, or is it like a proposal to like host a competition and, you know, like, 'cause it's two things, you know, because I guess there's going to be some type of evaluation, but, you know, like if
I think here's what we do is we can we'll ask for proposals. I'm sorry, we'll have a proposal requesting submissions. People link their portfolio, and then the top 3 people, they submit their designs for the main competition, and then we do like a first, second, and third place prize.
So maybe the proposal should define the exact, you know, specifications. For example, how you outlined it.
Yeah, I think so. So we'll have the request for submission is separate from voting for the winner.
Correct. And we can discuss in the forum, like if we want to change anything, or, you know, maybe we want top 4, you know, we can discuss those specifics on the forum post.
Okay, so
That's a great idea.
the actionable item will be a proposal for requesting submissions for logo. And then that'll be a good social media content. Everybody loves a good logo contest.
Oh yeah.
Right.
that sounded so confusing though. Not trying to hate, but like, can
No,
we
it's
work on the name?
Well, we don't even need a vote. We could just have a forum post. But
On Gardens.
But it's really, what I'm saying is we need to get good at creating and voting on proposals. That's all DAOs are.
Got it. No,
With the addition.
Yeah, either way, we will have to create a proposal at the end of the day. So, if that makes any sense to you.
So question is, who would like to volunteer to make the logo request for submission proposal? Or we can, I mean, I can do it, but.
So it would be a suggestion type of proposal, and then where are we? Do we have like a?
Well, hold on. We already have a proposal. What are we doing here? Alex already.
Oh,
That's true. That's true. Perhaps we can just expand on it and define
Okay.
the exact specifics of it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. So we'll go to the forum post, and then we'll do replies as a way to refine. And then for the submission competition, that's where we have the proposal, and that's the funding proposal.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It won't be, because I'm gonna have to pay the ETH from my wallet. It'll just be a DAO hack for the time being.
Yeah, we'll figure out the exact
Yeah,
specifics.
that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
agreed.
so we have to create an email with the One Hive forum.
No,
Yeah,
we
you
already
do.
have. We already
No.
have here. I'll share it right here. Hold on.
Oh, you're saying you'd like to sign up for the forum?
You will have to sign up. Yeah.
But I think there should be like maybe an off. So we already have 2.2.8%. So it's supported. We want to do the logo. It's just how do we want to run the submission?
Yeah, the campaign.
Yeah, mini campaign. Chiquitito.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll then we reply with like thoughts or like a proposal? Like I
Yeah.
think also perhaps maybe even consider like something as basic as a proposal, like at the format or something, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm just reading. Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, any thoughts you have about how we should execute it, like specifics, like share? Because honestly, we don't really have any of those specifics worked out. So we're gonna have to discuss, and if you have ideas, yeah, share them, and we'll talk about it.
My whole thing is, and this is why I didn't participate a lot in the year. This looks a lot like the snapshot forums, and they're kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to be a hater, but it's like Reddit. You know, it's like you're running through Reddit. I don't know. Maybe it's my preference to Discord. I guess I'm being very.
Well, if we want to make updates to the proposal, I think the forum is a good place to like put edits.
Okay.
So we have the link for the request for submissions. So we can use this. I guess what else do we need to figure out before we want to start sharing this with artists?
I think we can immediately start sharing with artists, but they're going to ask what's the prize, and we don't really have that well defined.
Okay.
So
yeah, what's the prize? So that'll be a reply is what's the prize?
I mean, I would imagine some people might not care. They just want exposure, or maybe they're interested in contributing to a DAO. But I would imagine most people are like, okay, what's the incentive? What's the reason? Why should I do this?
First. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how. I feel like we should have our offer in place before we start talking to artists to submit, but or we just start having people link their portfolio. I think maybe that's.
I think where are they going to submit it? We could have a Discord. We could literally have a Discord where they.
I like the forum because everybody can kind of follow along to the links.
Oh.
Discord's too hard. Discord people get lost so easily.
We could have a channel on Discord where the artists can submit their art. Because
yeah, that's doable. The thing is that my issues with Discord is that not everyone uses it, and if we want people to be open to whatever they want to do, they gotta be able to learn the process, use Discord, and learn about DAOs, learn about us. So I think we're going to be making it a little bit more difficult unless all the audience already know what Discord is and how it works. Because I've been having a lot of consulting clients and they don't even know what Discord is. So that's a concern I have about Discord. It's going to be like a learning curve as well.
I see. Okay, there's all these tools there, but no, and
Oh, Discord is great. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Discord is great.
beyond the tools, for example, there's 500 people in the NFT group. In Discord.
Okay, there's another. So there's the second point is whatever artist we choose for the first place winner, then we'll go ahead. Okay.
We could create a Twitter.
No. And Alex already wrote this in the post. I'm taking more note of it. Is that the final submissions are then minted as NFTs, which then can be sold to the community, and the artist gets an extra bonus royalty from that. So there's the incentivization of saying, hey, we have some ETH, we have some Recode governance tokens, and for the ones that get published, there is the NFT marketplace.
XDAI has an NFT marketplace?
Yeah, it says they'll be minted as an exclusive ETH PR DAO NFT. Artists and DAO treasury will share revenue, and artists will benefit from recurring revenues on every sale trade.
That's epic. We should do
I
that.
Guess
that's royalties. NFTs, all NFTs have that.
You have to.
Not all of them.
You have to.
I mean, the ones that are well designed, they do have them.
Yeah. Okay, so at least we have plenty of room to work with on the. Let's just go back to the forum. Let's read it through. Let's leave some comments, and then we can have a better idea of how we want to run it. And then I think by Monday, let's say we can have something, maybe a final draft, and then start approaching artists and getting like people to do submissions.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think we just need to work out the specifics, but we can hopefully have a nice incentive for the artists to really want to contribute.
Yeah, I already wrote down some questions, so I'll leave my that'll be on the to-do list. So, okay, we're going up on time, so
Oh yeah, definitely. But one last question: where do you guys think they should submit their art?
I think on the forum post.
On the forum post?
Yeah, they can reply with their.
That might be difficult most people are not signed up to the One Hive forum. I don't know, maybe email, something that's easy. I want to make it as easy as possible.
Yeah, if they all have Discord, then I think Discord wouldn't be a problem.
No, what I'm saying is Discord is really hard to find the information. It's good for chatting, but if we want to be able to like review the information in a very like, well, I don't know. I think it's easier to sign up and use the forum than it is to sign up and use Discord. Discord's like.
Oh, definitely.
You get lost too easily. Plus, you can share the forum link. So
it could be Google Drive or like
we'll get all the digital assets in the cloud for sure. Like the final stuff. But I think Discord is going to be like too messy right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, all right. Well, I can message you on Discord if you're feeling lonely, Jose.
Yo, we should just trick out our Discord, to be honest. Like, honestly, like after you break it in, like it's not even that bad. It's actually
it's already been broken. And it's just it's here. Let me. Are you even in? Are you in here?
Am I even in?
Yeah. You're welcome to come aboard, my friend. I'll make you an admin. You can do whatever you want, man.
Yo, for
We
real.
can do forum and Discord. It's just nice to have things like the forum keeps things like relatively organized.
We can have like a collab land. We could play around and set up a collab land for
No,
the
but
people that already have the token.
I just feel like the more integrations we try and make, the more it's going to make things more challenging.
Okay, I feel you.
All right, so point being, let's just focus on the forum replies for now, and that'll get us to the next step. Because we want to, I think the submissions should be the competition. So we just have one thing. So we'll refine the rules of that contest through the forum post that Alex sent.
Okay, cool. Hey, how do you guys do this on your phone? Do you guys just log in? Yeah, that's what you do.
Okay.
I'm gonna make an app for it, or like a link on my, because this needs to be more convenient too. It's not so convenient.
You mean the gardens or the One Hive forum?
I mean, just like I mean, I think they're both pretty like mobile friendly. It's just like logging in on your phone and getting where you need to be. It's not a problem if you have like the links or anything, but I don't know. It's just like every if is like.
Well, what's a better mobile solution then?
No, I mean I'm gonna make like an app on my like I'm gonna pin it to my home app because I need to like be seeing it more. And commenting on this stuff and like be a lot more involved, right?
Yeah, it's a
Well,
fair
I
point.
think WhatsApp should be the main mobile interface for the DAO.
Bro, fuck WhatsApp, bro. Fuck WhatsApp. Like, what can we integrate with WhatsApp?
No, I'm saying is if we have a post, like post it on the WhatsApp. If we have a proposal posted on the WhatsApp, if we have like, so yeah, sure, like save the homepage on your phone. Whatever. Get in the Discord too, Jose, and we can just have triplicate, quadruplicate. I'll be in your dreams and your nightmares.
Antonio, you sent your friend request on Discord.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Good stuff.
I mean, I'm a heavy Discord user. I'm just saying.
Wait, you should. I don't know why you're not in NFT Puerto Rico Discord, bro.
I think I might even be. I'm just like, dude, that's what I'm saying. You get lost.
Helping out with the DAO.
Is it Crypto YOLO? Who's
Crypto YOLO?
Crypto YOLO. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Crypto YOLO.
You only live once. All in crypto.
That's right.
All right, Jose, are you in too? Did you get inside the EPR DAO?
Where'd you?
I'm sorry, the EPR Discord.
Where'd you send that in WhatsApp?
It's in the chat. Yeah, we have. We might have to clean up some of the channels.
This chat.
The channels have to be maybe like working groups / theme oriented. Yeah. And the way that I have it now, it's not very. It needs to have a little bit of reorganization.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I don't even know.
We should honestly center it around governance. We should perhaps not like, also governance per se, but we should settle like, it's like a tool for like our community, but it's also like our meeting spot, But
Discord goes down, like Discord went down. It's not the end. It's not a long-term solution either.
It's not, but it's the one that has the most. Sorry.
So, like I said, the forum is like the minimum like public access thing, or we like either way, somebody's gonna have to create an account to sign in.
Yeah. Bueno.
Or have an NFT to sign in.
I will let you know that
we're gonna have something here.
That any forum that doesn't get like attendance, like or like people like visiting it and interacting, like go stale.
Well, you can share the forum post on Twitter. you can share it in chat groups, but you can't share Discord conversations publicly, you know?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So Discord's great for communicating around public stuff in a more private way, but it's not, yeah, it's still, but hopefully, like, okay, here, check it out, Commonwealth. So this is, I wrote a proposal on this website, and I'll share it in the, I can just share it here. All right, so these are different chains in the Cosmos ecosystem. But you can log in here with GitHub, Discord, wallet. But here, let me just go back here. Okay, so you can choose the different themes. So it's got governance inside of the proposal thread. So you basically, the forum and the proposal thread were one, which it is currently not, right? Because we have to jump from gardens to the one hive forum, which is not ideal, and because you have two different login, two different aliases, two different accounts. So this is 2-in-1, where you're doing the governance discussion and the voting at the same time.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
That looks really good.
But I don't know what's going on here.
Like a lot of this stuff is still in development, so it's kind of like an iterative process. One thing I'd really like to do is create like a custom interface for the garden, and with like a custom forum. But that's a huge project. Like it's not trivial.
Let's get that NFT money coming in, and then we can fund because we will do a proposal for website too. I mean, is that how we want to be doing like the operation stuff, where ideally we find some way to get stuff done in a fairly efficient manner?
Yeah. I guess it's just like one thing at a time, right? Before we start.
We're learning, but
right.
Yes.
I think you're onto something, Alex.
But I do like the idea of the custom. We have the ethpr.org website. I think having the portal where it's just one login for everything. And ideally, you can be chatting there as well, because, I mean, people spend way too much time on social media that they don't even like. And my thesis is that the next social media will actually be DAO feeds.
Yeah, no, I like the idea. I think we'll get there, but it's definitely a big project, and we're going to need a lot of support, and we're going to need a lot of infrastructure built out first. So,
Absolutely.
one step at a time.
Right on, man. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to end the meeting. We had a solid, strong meeting. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And if you're watching this video as well, we have the ETH meetup group, Blockchain Puerto Rico meetup group. What other meetup groups we got? Anybody want to call out?
Puerto Rico crypto meetup.
Okay, cool. Well, with that being said, I guess we'll have the next call on Monday, and then we have the weekly sync on Wednesday. So we'll just keep on chugging along.
Monday, what time?
Monday, 2 p.m. for the parameter.
Okay.
So we got to figure out, because right now our decision voting hasn't passed, and we just need to zoom in on some of the parameter stuff. So right on. Okay. Well, everybody check out the forum post and leave your comments and for the logo thing.
All right, we'll do.
All right, we'll do.
Okay. Cheers. Ciao.
All right, take care, everyone.
See you guys.